Hi, this is Chef Jamie again. Today we're going to be cooking something to celebrate Earth Day. Actually, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking one of our existing recipes and making it more eco-friendly. Now, the agricultural industry is renowned for, obviously, for the negative effects it has on our planet. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be removing the pork from our pulled pork slider recipe to jackfruit. Now, here in Southeast Asia, jackfruit is a sustainable fruit, and it's tasty and it's going to be great in this dish. First things first, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to be preparing our ingredients for our salad. We're going to be serving it within our bun, a salad, and also our beautiful jackfruit. Now, what we have pretty much 3 vegetables that are going to go into our salads. We have red cabbage. You could substitute the red cabbage for green cabbage or anything like that. Whatever's seasonal, okay, whatever's local, okay, you are able to kind of substitute that. Now, all we're going to be doing first, now we've already pre-washed everything for you, so we are just going to be chopping it up into sort of chunks, okay, just to make it a little bit easier for our multo to digest. Okay, we have a carrot again that we washed and peeled, and then we are just going to chunk that up a little bit just to make it easier. Now, with this salad, again, you know, we have 5 or so ingredients going to go in there. And actually, if you're looking at your hub as I'm cooking this, or as you're watching this, you'll notice that there's a mayonnaise ingredient as well. Because what we have decided to do, we're going to be making this recipe completely vegan friendly too, which is all about in homage to our lovely Earth Day, and to be honest, it's so much more healthier way of eating, you know, not forcing too much meat and protein down yourselves. And again, lastly, we're going to be chopping the scallions or the green onion, okay, in there like so. Now, we're going to put it into our multo. We're going to throw all these ingredients in one go, and then we're going to skip on to the step. Now, just make sure you do have the measuring cup inserted, because if you don't, we might end up having vegetables all over the actual room. Okay, that's, I think, about speed 7 for about 5 seconds. Really, really quick. And now, as you see, all the vegetables are chopped very beautifully. They're all nice and even, okay? And then later on, we're going to be making a dressing. We're going to be mixing our dressing through there. Now, a little top tip for you actually is, so again, I can show you the top tip is try not to mix your dressing too early into your salad, because by doing that, what's going to happen is it's going to become too watery, and then it's not going to be very edible. Now, you notice on the recipe it states that we're going to skip a step because it says that we throw the mayonnaise and all into the cabbage. But again, personal preference, I like my salad very crunchy and fresh. So by not mixing the salad in straight away means that it's going to be more, hopefully tastier. So we have your cider vinegar, okay? We have olive oil, and again, what I've done, I've substituted the olive oil. I've added olive oil into this recipe to substitute the mayonnaise. Okay, and again, if you like your creamy dressings, also fine. You could, from a vegan perspective, we have a really nice almond sour cream recipe that mixing this through this sort of cabbage dish, it honestly tastes absolutely great. Now we have a bit of salt and pepper, some celery seed. Now again, celery seed's not the most accessible seed. You know, you could absolutely take whatever's in your pantry, whatever seeds or things you have, and then mix them. Cumin works really well actually, some cumin seed, and I like, or even fennel seed. I like the seeds, the fresh pop, okay, because it does give a definitely nice sort of texture to it. And then the last thing is we're going to add sugar. Now we're just going to mix this in. Now on the hub, we're just going to basically skip to the next stage. Again, you know, I mean, I've done all this in advance to make it nice and quick and easy, and also seamlessly. But with the hub, okay, you can follow it step by step, and then it will guide you through exactly what you need to do. Now, this is jackfruit, okay? Basically with the jackfruit, here, as I mentioned at the start of the show, that we're in Southeast Asia, and it's a seasonal, it's a seasonal fruit, pretty much actually for the majority of Southeast Asia, available 9 to 10 months of the year. All right, so it's sustainable, okay? It's quite fast growing, okay? And again, it's a great meat substitute because it can give you that texture, okay, of the meat. You don't have to cook it. You could actually eat it raw, eat it fresh, okay? And it tastes great. Now, I understand maybe, you know, where you guys might be living, it might not be as accessible, but what I do know is that you guys can buy the tinned young jackfruit. Now, if you're going to be using this, with the recipe, I'd probably cut the cooking time in half, okay, because it's already been pre-cooked. Now, what we have here is we have about 3 or 4 ounces of onion, okay. We're just going to quarter it, and we have a couple of cloves of peeled garlic. This is going to go into the mixing bowl, and then we're going to be chopping it up. It's going to give us a foundation, a base flavor, okay, for our dish. So what we have in here is our roughly chopped vegetables. What this is going to do, it's going to give you a nice foundation, okay, to the actual base flavor of your final dish. So we're just scraping down the sides. As I mentioned previously, this is the jackfruit. So what you need to make sure that you do with the jackfruit is you need to take these stones out, okay? And actually, I've actually seen recipes where people can actually roast the stones of the jackfruit, and then you can grind them up and use them as flavoring and things like that, okay? But what we just need to make sure we do is we remove all this. So it's quite a meaty kind of element to it, okay? But just make sure that you do take the stones out because they can be a bit hard and tough. Okay, so now we've actually gone ahead and removed all the stones from the jackfruit. What we can do is we can actually get cooking this actual dish as well. So we're going to add all of our spices, some salt, brown sugar. Again, if you've got molasses, you can also use some molasses too. And then our barbecue sauce. Now, I like to add my barbecue sauce now because it kind of gives a little richness to it and it gives a little flavor. You could also actually add more in later at the end also. Now, our vegetable stock is going to go in. Okay. And again, you're not looking to completely submerge the actual jackfruit because as it cooks, it's going to break down. We're going to insert the lid, and then we are going to start. Now, when we're cooking the pulled pork, it actually takes up to 90 minutes for the pork to cook. Now, when we're using the jackfruit, we're going to be cooking for about 45 minutes. But what I do want to show you how to do, actually, because we are adapting our guided recipe, I want to show you how you can change the time. Click on the time scale, then you manually adjust the setting. Okay, to 45 minutes. Then you tap to confirm. And then we start. Okay guys, look, we've got about a minute left on our 45-minute cooking time. Just enough time for me to show you guys how to actually finish our sliders and also finish our dish. Now, previously, what I mentioned is about the tip about not mixing your dressing in too early into your salad. Otherwise, all the moisture is going to come out of the vegetables, okay, and then it's going to be really wet and soggy in the bottom. So just before you are going to use it, you should add your dressing in. We're just going to give it a very gentle mix and just set that aside. The machine is now stopped. We're going to open the lid and then we're going to smell that. And I'm smelling backyard smokiness, I'm smelling flame, I'm smelling fire. And as you see, the fruit has kind of sort of kept its shape slightly, okay? But some of the thickening agents, some of it has actually come out and made our sauce slightly thicker. So now, although this liquid is nice, and I would probably say you could actually have you can make a soup out of it actually, so don't throw away the cooking liquid. You could probably have that on the side of your burgers, soaking your bread in there. Now we are going to strain our jackfruit. Okay, you don't necessarily have to get it all out because we're going to put it back in there anyway. And we're going to remove some of this excess liquid. Now, when we go on to the next step, we're going to adapt that step slightly, okay? Because the step is designed to chop a little bit faster, okay, with speed 5, but we're just going to be chopping it about speed 2 or 3, because again, the jackfruit is slightly softer than our pork. So jackfruit goes back in. We're going to attach our lid. This time, make sure your measuring cup is in. We go on to the next step. You change the setting. You press confirm, and then you press start. So let's take a look here. Yeah, brilliant. Now, we're just going to empty the jackfruit into here. So you see that? Some nice big bits still. Now, what's probably left to now is that we are going to obviously just sort of plate it up, okay? So we have some lovely gluten-free buns here. And then we're just going to slice them up. Also, sort of what I can sort of sometimes do if I'm kind of cooking on multi, if I'm steaming something, or if I'm warming something up inside the bowl, what I might do, I might just throw the whole pack of bread on top of the actual lid, okay, and that's going to gradually start warming it up as well. So we're going to get a spoon of this jackfruit, okay, on each one. Again, this could quite easily convert into a curry. You know, you could add some more fragrance, some more spices in there. You know, this would be great as a curry. And in fact, actually in sort of South India kind of areas, they use jackfruit quite a lot actually for making curries. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put that on there. We're going to push our sliders onto here, and then 4. Okay, guys, so that's your vegan pulled pork sliders with using jackfruit. Thank you, guys.